Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we are going to be replacing the reverse lights in the tail lights on the Tacoma with some Lasfit LEDs. They did send these out to me, so we're going to throw them in and we're going to see how well they are compared to, obviously, the stock bulbs that are in there. Let's get into it. All right, here we are in the bed of the Tacoma, and you're going to need a couple of tools, kind of up to your preference on what you're going to use, but I have an impact wrench with a 10mm socket. You can use a hand wrench if you want to, but that's what you're going to need, a 10mm socket, and there's two bolts that we're going to remove so that way we can pull the tail light out of the housing. Let's get it. All right, now I do have a video on how to remove the tail lights. I did replace mine with some TRD Pro style tail lights with a blackout housing. So we are going to remove this top bolt here and the one on the bottom, and then we'll be able to pull the housing out so we can get to the light bulb. Now that the housing is loose, we'll just grab it and pull straight back, and that will remove it from the housing. All right, now that I have the housing out, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to twist and pull the bulbs out. Set the housing aside. As we look at the wiring, the smallest one is going to be the bulb that we're going to be replacing. So we'll go ahead and just unplug the halogen bulb, and we'll replace it with the Lasfit bulb. It should just snap into place. And now we'll be able to put all the bulbs back into the housing and replace the tail light. So I have the housing here. Let's go ahead, put the top one back in, put the middle one back in, and then we'll just make sure to carefully slide the reverse light back in, find where it lines up, and twist it into place. Now we're ready to reinstall the housing, and on the tail light you have a couple of pins that will line up to a couple of holes that you'll push those pins into. One at the top there and one down at the bottom. We'll line those up, make sure that we have all the electrical tucked back behind first, and then just lock those in. Now we'll be able to replace the bolts that we took out. So make sure that they line up properly and tighten those down. And now your tail light's back in place. All right, now that I have the Lasfit LED installed in the back of the truck, I'm gonna go ahead and overlay some footage of the difference between the Lasfit LED and the stock halogen. And as you can see, the Lasfit LED does have a brighter output and a much wider light than the halogen bulb that comes stock. One of the other things to keep in mind is that you do want to test these bulbs out before you reinstall the housing completely, because they are polarized. So if you stick the LED bulb in the light and it doesn't turn on, all you need to do is just pull the LED out, flip it around, and then reinsert the LED into the housing, and it should come on. So keep that in mind when you are installing these LEDs. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me on this install. Be sure to check out the link in the description box below to pick up a set of your very own Lasfit LEDs for the reverse lights. And be sure to use my code Mumfy at checkout to save an additional 10% off. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed and ring the bell for notifications so that way you don't miss any more videos like this. And we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.